Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you today is Jim Jordan tearing asunder the Everytown for Gun Safety rep in front of a congressional hearing. He lays this out so perfectly, you cannot come to any other conclusion other than the fact that the ATF is being run by Everytown for Gun Safety and other gun control organizations. You are going to want to send this one out. Please share this so we can spread this message. Everything will be linked in the description box below if you want to see the entire thing. And if you are new or you're a returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We need as many people as we can to get into the fold so we can pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. Thank you so much in advance for your consideration, but we have got to talk about some stuff right after this sponsorship word from We the People Holsters. We the People carries holster and accessories you need for the everyday carry, and their products are manufactured in the United States in Las Vegas, Nevada. They have tactical Talon belts. They're 1.5-inch belts for all your existing pants, patent-pending Talon buckle for longevity, and an elastic mag carrier to give that little extra bit of utility. They have an independence model, and if you're looking for the ultimate belt in concealed carry that doesn't compromise on style, that's the one you need. It's got 100% premium full-grain leather and reinforced with heavy-duty nylon and scuba. They have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. They have a 100% lifetime warranty guarantee, and it's worth your time to at least check it out. There's a link down there in the description box, and thank you so much to We the People for making this content possible. But my brothers and sisters, I've got some clips for you from this hearing where the ATF was being torn asunder. But the important part is they weren't there. The people who were getting challenged were the people who were holding the strings. They were the puppet masters. This is important to understand. The first clip, I'm going to show you Jim Jordan talking to the Everytown for Gun Safety representative in front of this committee. Now this is important because this guy is slimy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field. Let's get it.
Sir. Did you speak to anyone personally?
I didn't.
Did anyone in your organization talk to anyone?
I have to check, but I believe we submitted the written submission as a formal submission.
People in your organization may have talked to folks at the ATF prior to the notice of proposed rulemaking?
Not that I'm aware.
Did anyone in your organization talk to Mr. Dettelbach before the notice of proposed rulemaking?
I don't believe Mr. Dettelbach had
You came in afterward.
nominated.
Have anyone talked to Mr. Dettelbach about this personally?
Of course, we've been in communication with the ATF in this administration and in prior administrations.
Talking to the director? You've talked to the director?
I mean, we work with ATF across administrations.
Have you talked to the director? It's a simple question.
Yeah, I've communicated with the director.
You've talked to Mr. Dettelbach?
Of course.
Yeah. And
Of course. Why wouldn't I? Duh. I'm a representative for Everytown for Gun Safety. Now, keep in mind, before we continue, this is the exact same organization that holds the control and the purse strings for all the gun controllers in Congress. Richard Blumenthal, Chris Murphy, obviously the Biden administration and the ATF. But isn't it interesting that these exact same people say that the NRA lobby, the gun lobby, controls all of Congress? Meanwhile, they're talking to the ATF director in charge of an executive bureaucracy underneath the DOJ, which is directly in line with the Biden administration. That sounds like lobbying for your cause, doesn't it? And an executive bureaucracy is beholden to Everytown for Gun Safety? And of course I've spoken to Dettelbach, the director of the ATF. That was worth its weight in gold, and that was just clip one. Let's jump into clip two because he's got more to offer because Jim Jordan is my spirit animal.
well, I find that interesting. I just know, as we're speaking upstairs, the president of the National School Board Association is sitting for a transcribed interview because the same thing happened there. National School Boards Association talked with the Biden White House, the Biden Justice Department, the Biden Department of Education, concocted this letter that set in motion this whole attack on parents showing up at school boards. And it looks to me like we have a similar operation going on here, where you guys worked with the ATF to change something that had been the law for 10 years to go after law-abiding Second Amendment Americans. Second Amendment supporting Americans.
I'm going to just give you guys something free. That look that he just gave at the end, this little Everytown for Gun Safety guy, that is a smirmy, that is a slimy, that is a manipulative look. I'm going to be nice about that. That's what that is. Of course, that's what we're doing. They just got called with his body language alone. But by bypassing that whole point, keep in mind, you've now seen this with the ATF and the executive bureaucracies, with gun control groups influencing their decisions, making unconstitutional rules, which we're going to have a lot more on that in a second. And actually in following videos as well. But then you see it in the Department of Education when special interest lobbying groups are now appearing in front of those people as well. So it's almost like these lobbying groups from the left are permeating the Biden administration, getting everything done through executive bureaucracies, just like we've said they've been doing for the last 2 years on this channel. Let's continue. I've got one more, and this is where Jim Jordan lays out all the evidence he needs to really curtail the ATF on this whole pistol brace rule alone. Check this out.
Mr. Bosco, you invented this stabilizing brace, is that right?
That's correct.
And you invented it for a Marine buddy, a friend of yours who served our country and was injured?
That's correct.
And you were told 10 years ago that the stabilizing brace does not convert a pistol into a short-barreled rifle, is that right?
That is correct.
I got the letter right here from the ATF, November 26, 2012, right? And then 7 weeks ago, a 180-degree change, right? 180-degree change, just the opposite. They now say it is just the opposite of what they told you 10 years ago.
That's
Again, I know others have talked about this, but I think it's so clear. 180-degree change. So in 10 years and 2 months, the rule was one way, and you developed a business based on the rule that they told you. Your government told you this was fine, and now they've changed it.
That's correct.
When did the bill pass that changed the law?
There was no bill.
No bill. That's the fundamental issue, right? No bill.
He just hit the nail square on the head. What have you and I been talking about? Every time the ATF comes up, they're using this through executive bureaucracies. They're using their phone and a pen, as Obama would say, to curtail the American people's rights. They can't do it through Congress. They can't do it legislatively. So they're going to do it through the executive bureaucracies. You're seeing this time and time and time again. Biden just got caught having lobbying groups basically building his policy through the executive branch. Jim Jordan says, I've got all the data that I need, and here is it right here on a silver platter, and that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.